What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning the right side of the map in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today, I'm going to say that again, as I click there and I move. His opponent today in the red color playing is Zeus from the F2 clan. His name is Player. It's currently 2-0 for Skady in this best of 5 semi-final for the Bill Gregg Open. The map is Savannah? Yes, the map is Savannah. Very good. The map is Savannah, and Skady's just playing incredibly well so far. Clearly on a very high level in this game, and Player's just missing things. Like well, I mean, maybe he's not. He's probably saving these zebra, or doesn't feel like it's worth it to grab 3 zebra on a map where you could potentially be chucking that initial granary down onto this location. Potentially it's just a preference thing for Player, and maybe it's a good idea to be grabbing those forward hunts early. There's also all of these giraffe you could have moved forward to. But like we were saying, Skady just completely outclassing Player so far. So hopefully, well, we'll see if Player can make a comeback here. We have seen reverse sweeps in this tournament happen. Yeah, we'll see what happens. As Skady is looking like, oh, this is a bit odd. Normally we're seeing the villagers go 2 to zebra straight away, but I guess because there's only 3 zebra here, we're seeing the early villager to wood, and then maybe he can move to a different location when he finds it, but he's really not found any hunt here. This is a kind of a, oh no, he's moved the villager forward here. It's extremely far forward. Gets a little bit unlucky with the forest here. This is probably his hunt as well, because this is the same spawn over here. And there's all the giraffe in the middle of the map there. There's the manor. So yeah, this looks like a standard 430 for Skady. Not really needing to shake anything up, but this hunt is going to be a little bit difficult for Skady to secure. You see it all. It's 7 giraffe. It's nice and juicy, but if Player can just simply get to the classical age at 430, then he can just send Jason Odysseus forward and prevent this hunt from being grabbed, grab his own giraffe nice and early as well. Be in a really good position. So we'll see if he can do it. We'll see what he chooses to do. I'm surprised he hasn't just gone for it, but I guess he doesn't want to get pushed off it by Oracle Scouts, because that is one option for the Oranos players to deal with those early heroes, is the Valor onto Oracles at 430, while pushing off Hunt of your opponent forces the heroes to come and deal with that instead of pressuring you. So we'll see what he chooses to do. We're seeing chicken being grabbed here. I'm not sure if this is going to be good for Skady. He's probably not going to be able to get, maybe I'm speaking too soon, but it's kind of difficult to get that that last amount of food in there, but I think he's going to be able to do it. He's going to get that. Yeah, he only needs 80 food, so he should be all right. Nice choice to go to chicken. I'm surprised he didn't just grab this zebra earlier though, but it's totally fine. We're going to see, we're seeing 3 food, 2 wood, and 1 gold here, or 2 gold. Okay, fairly standard for Skady. He's not done anything too revolutionary here. Player, oh god, his temple's down late again. This 2 gold villagers needs to come here a bit earlier. If you're only going to put 2 gold villagers on, you need to be advancing 430 in this matchup, in my opinion, just because you get such an advantage from that early damage you can deal with the heroes. There's 9 villagers over here, and we see Skady gearing up to cast Valor on this. He needs to kind of keep the oracles a little bit behind. I'm not sure what kind of damage he can do though, because there's so many villagers here. And these villagers have spotted these oracles. The zebra is going to be finished by the 430, and he's going to be retreating a little bit early. Jason is out to deal with this. I would have liked for him to stay here, and then just run away when the Valor comes down, because I felt like that was going to be a bad Valor from Skady if he chose to use it there. But it's not going to happen. He's just going to retreat. See the military barracks coming down. See the counter barracks coming down. We've got the manor on top of these giraffe, and we've got Jason. Oh, good choice here. Goes for this villager over here. He's going to start whacking away at this villager. If you can get this Catastropus to pathing block enough, she's doing really nicely here. It's really hard for this citizen to get away, and he's potentially going to lose it. He doesn't have to move that far to get to the mana, but if the pathing blocking is good enough, you kind of don't want to be attacking it. You don't need to attack it. You just need to block it because the Catastropus doesn't do that much damage, and unfortunately, the citizen is going to be able to get away from that, but does a lot of damage. And now we can see them. Oh, he's still going to be doing more damage. He's going to be sitting on these citizen, trying to do as much as they can. And here we go, player now hits the classical age. We get Odysseus out straight away, Centaur out straight away. The Promethean is just chilling over here, ready to come move into these Zebra over here in this location. We've got a Sylvan Law coming through as well. Valor comes down. That's going to be the first couple of units out. This Jason going to have to retreat for now. Can we grab this Bow of Artemis? Not sure why he hasn't done that one just yet. Well, I mean, he could just walk by and grab it, but Bow of Artemis, 50% archer cost. Really nice one there for both players. I think it also makes Centaur cheaper. Yeah, it makes Centaur much cheaper as well. A little bit of a mistake there from player not grabbing that relic on the way out. You didn't see this one. We've got Gungnir Odin Spear as well. Could have been an interesting game for Athena here, especially with this forward hunt. There's so much here. If you go Athena and you build those 2 military barracks with the Minotaur, and you just put the pressure onto the hunt of your opponent and prevent them from getting hunt, it can be really brutal. But not happening. We're seeing Hermes for the 3rd game in a row. And the army of player making their move in. Just these 2 heroes, so much that can be done here. But we see Skady dealing with this nicely, splitting up his army, putting some pressure on over here. These villagers getting pushed off the wood. The gold village is going to be getting targeted down as well, and the Centaur gets pulled away. Going to be losing a couple of villagers here. Player is not multitasking this one well at all, and Skady is just doing this beautifully, picking off villagers, picking off stray military units as well. The villagers get pulled off that one there, chopping from straggler trees for just a little bit. Might be worth it to just move up to this location. And at this point, this army is really not doing any damage. I'm not sure why Skady's retreating here. He's definitely got the stronger army. He doesn't really have any hero units here. Maybe he wants to get out, well, he does have a hero unit, but maybe he wants to get out something else. And there's the shockwave. Is this going to be enough though? Or the hero does not move onto it. Tries to pick it off. We've got more citizen moving forward onto this hunt here. The Centaurs coming back in, and that Jason does get picked off there. All the Murmillo have been picked off, and the army from Skady needs to get back over here because he realizes he needs to grab as much of this hunt as he possibly can here, if not all of it, and he has managed to defuse players' attack onto that forward hunt there. Just imagine if he had a restoration in that fight. He just could have completely won that. But alas, we don't see Athena. Athena is not a god we see with Zeus for some reason. And we've only got 1 military building up for player. I always find this super weird. I guess it's because he's got no hunt, and he needs to spend the wood onto farms. And he can't grab this hunt now because he's lost so many units here. And Skady is completely running away with this game here. It's completely dismantling player, and I'm not sure what player can do here. He can't build up an extra stable, which he needs. She needs the wood. He can't really build Centaur because he needs the wood to make farms because he's about to run out of food. He can't grab this hunt because he's got no military. And at this point, it's just player is struggling and he's trying to make villages, and you can see he can't even afford to make villages and a hoplite here. We see a wall coming up, but I guess Skady's fine with this. And Skady's just going to make an attack down the bottom as well while trying to attack at the top. You see a bolt comes down onto that hero terma. There is a low set citizen here, and we do see that he gets a pick off. Yes, he does manage to pick off that one citizen. That's got to be a good feeling for player, but the issue is no hunt coming in right now for player. We see Skady just sieging away at this point, doing so much damage. And players just going to be losing all these hoplites as well. The Terma don't really do a lot of damage to them. They slowly pick them off. It is kind of best to try and focus fire down these hoplite with the Terma. You don't want to be allowing them to attack whichever units that they want to attack, because you'll end up with stuff like this where a 9 HP hoplite and 46 HP hoplite, 79 HP hoplite, 77 HP hoplite, and if you just minus that all of that HP away from them, it probably comes down to 2 or 3 more kills, and that's a lot of less damage that you take yourself. And we are seeing the second town center coming down for Skady now. Completely standard, but I mean, it is a hero citizen, so these Centaur don't really do anything to stop them. And that's going to be really good for Skady, going to get ahead on the economy. He's already put player so far behind. Player is jumping onto these chicken, though. That's going to delay the need for farms, but chicken, man, they're kind of the same as plowed farms, I guess. But and they're super inefficient compared to hunt, which is like double plowed farms, 2 times as effective or something like that. And we see some raids coming into the base of Skady, but Skady's just like, you know, whatever. Even if you killed like 4 citizens here, I'm still ahead. Now we're seeing the army starting to get a little bit scary for Skady, but I think he realizes once he gets this town center up and gets to 130 pop or something like that, he's going to be in a good position throwing up that next military academy. These villagers, what are they doing? We can send the citizen forward. Maybe losing this citizen. He's trying to retreat it down. We've got the hero citizen chasing those Centaur away here as at the turn we're trying to move forward. I don't think we have any shockwaves right now, although probably would have used it. And these citizens are strong, man. They're basically as strong as a war elephant, or maybe even stronger than a war elephant in terms of the damage they can do, and especially damage they can tank. And he is starting to get a little bit low though, so I'm not sure why he's keeping this in his army or not, but I mean, he's happy to just chase around these Centaur at this point. And now trying to take them down, but the Hoplite and the Hippocon are going to be enough at this point. There we go. Citizen does go down. The hero citizen does go down, but at what cost? There's the second town center now up for Skady. Going to be really piling it on now. Gold mine's only got 1,500 gold left in it. Still a lot of gold left in it for 11 minutes into the game. That's just because he's got the Centaur producing, but the Centaur count is super low, losing Centaur left, right, and center. There's the next shockwave. Oh, unfortunate shockwave there. Not going to be able to move it into the army. You kind of want to try and position your shockwaves so that it's just behind the unit, so it goes the way you want it to go, not away from it. That's kind of the gist of it. And now we're seeing yet again a raid onto this really open forest here. I'm still surprised he didn't just move onto a different forest because it's really hard to defend, whereas this one's quite nice. This one's quite nice as well. But alas, on this forest as well. Seeing the villagers get pulled off the line here, and Skady is just really running away with it. He's got the 2 town centers producing villagers non-stop, moving forward onto these elephant. He's got 7 villages here onto these elephant. He feels so confident that he can just eat these with no worries in the world. And this is the kind of thing that you see these players doing. So strong, just risking it all, but not really risking it because he realizes what kind of a state player's army is in. And he gets so much food from this 1,500 food really quickly, and player decides to tap out. GG, well played by Skady, sweeping player 3-0. My god, that was disgusting. Really nice play there by Skady the entire series. I didn't feel like player could have won any of these games the way he was playing, and I'm surprised he just kept kind of bashing his head against the brick wall there, trying to play standard Zeus when there is so many other options you can kind of give a go. But there you go. Skady goes through to the winners finals to face the winner of Joe and Matrius. If you haven't seen those games,